Today's video is about 3x3 matrix multiplication in code in MATLAB and in C. Firstly, I've initialized two matrices in MATLAB. 3x3 matrix multiplication is very simple in MATLAB. You just have to write x multiplied by y. Dot steric is not used. Dot steric is used for element by element multiplication. For example, 5 multiplied by 9. That was the element by element multiplication. Each element will be multiplied by the second vector's same element. So whereas in the case of 3x3 multiplication, row and column multiplication is done. So which is not very much visible in this code, but C code will reflect all the steps. Now I'll go towards the C code. This is the C code. Firstly, I've initialized the vectors x, y, and z matrices and initialized the I, j, sum, and k. Firstly, we'll take an input from the user in this loop, x input. Then we will take another input from the user, y input, which is another matrix. In the third loop is very important. In the third loop, there are three for loops. One is for row and one is for the column, and another one is for the summation. When sum is done, because in 3x3 matrix multiplication, if I simply use xi of j multiplied by yi of j, the output will be that of an element by element multiplication, but that will give us a wrong result. We do not need that result. So in this loop, we will have to calculate the sum. Over here, I and k, one is controlling the row and the other one is controlling the columns. This is over here, the row is being controlled, and over here the column is being dealt, and k is from over here. K will be constant. For example, I of 0 and k of 0, y of 0, j of 0. That will be the first element of that matrix. When the loop will run again, it will be it will remain 0. It will be k of 1 over here, and then it will be 0. It will go towards the second index, and so on. The sum will be calculated, and then we will transfer it to another variable z of I of j. In the third loop, we will do the printing. The code is available on GitHub. I will put the link in the description box.